to deal with emotions and how to balance your emotions with essential oils. Okay, so let's dive deep down into this topic. Okay, before we start, let me just show you in a video how essential oils are able to influence our physical health and wellness. This is a concept that many people fail to understand when they are new to it, and they think that essential oils is just something to smell and feel good. But the entire process of knowing how it affects our health is important. And this is going to be a very good video to help you understand. Let's watch.
Yep.
Did you know that the brain does not know the difference between a physical or an emotional injury or stressor? It responds the same. Did you know that soft tissue cells stores memories that can lead to pain in your body? Really? How so, you ask? Here's how. Every thought we think creates or sparks an impulse of electrical current that moves along pathways of nerves. Those currents of electricity are transmitted or carried through fluid-containing messenger molecules that give instructions to the cells in our bodies. Now, the body is naturally programmed to protect itself from harm or destruction. So, if you think, I'm in danger, the brain will receive that thought in the form of a danger signal and automatically begins producing chemicals in your body to prepare you for fight or flight. These chemicals are stress hormones and are your protectors. Adrenaline, cortisol, and norepinephrine are designed to help you respond in a way to keep yourself safe. They provide you with energy to make you response-able. So if you respond by fighting or fleeing, those stress chemicals are used as fuel for your muscles and get burned up. But what if someone says or does something that hurts you emotionally, and for whatever reason, you are unable to fight or flee? Then what? The chemicals that are produced or deployed have no mission and are therefore forced to stand down. In other words, they get stored or deposited into your soft tissue, waiting to be released. These molecules, however, still carry a biochemical imprint of their original fight or flight orders, or memory of the stress incident. These stored molecules of emotions are now blocking normal nerve and muscular function. This creates a condition of static or non-moving electricity. If this situation happens repeatedly over time, this condition will restrict blood flow and circulation of oxygen throughout the body. The areas of the body experiencing low blood flow and oxygen will begin to inflame and contract, or gasp, in an attempt to draw in nutrients and the oxygen it needs. The contracting muscle fibers will then begin pressing in on nerves, which will begin to react or complain. This is when you experience pain.
So you understand why sometimes pain can be caused by emotional baggage that you've been carrying with you. And so with all these important information that I have for you, it's actually important for you to understand sometimes in order to rid yourself of the pain that you have physically, you need to go deep into getting it emotionally cleared from your system. All right. These are files, right? That is being deposited time and time again. So let me just move on and get you understand. Self-awareness is everything. Okay. If you are aware what you have gone through in life or what you're feeling in the process, will be able to help you get that under control. And when you can be in control, you're able to manage your emotions better and not have all the flare-ups that you tend to get and start sharing it on your social media, sometimes to your disadvantage. You notice I don't share all my grievances on social media because I only want to share happy stuff. I only want to share everything that is positive, that is going to help people lift up their mood and kind of elevate their emotions. Don't share things when it is not going to be helpful for others. Okay. So when you are not feeling good, don't don't blast it out on social media, because this is going to affect the rest as well. So this is one tip that I can offer you. Okay. Now, would you like to be more happy? Would you like to be more connected and be empowered? Okay, how many of you want that? How many of you want that? If you're not wanting that, then my question to you is why not? Okay. So many of us wants to be happy, wants to be connected and be empowered, but how? It has to be something to actually do with the entire intentions of bringing your mind, body, and spirit into one wholeness, one unit, that you can actually feel all these connection and empowerment, and therefore be able to express it through your connections with others. Now, your body is made up of intelligent cells wired to restore health. Okay, this is something that a lot of people need to understand. What when we say your body is intelligent, this is something you cannot dispute. Okay, my PowerPoint is yeah, okay. So what happens is that, are you know, if you want to feel whole, if you want to feel that your body is going to be able to help heal itself, your body, you need to believe your body is brilliant in design and naturally will want to be balanced and be whole as well. So it starts with a clear intention in your head to believe that this is going to be what your body wants and not what you think is going to be decided by people who wants to cause you a lot of harm. Okay, so what is emotion? Let's understand what emotion is all about. Emotion, in fact, are different faces, okay, of what you see in this expression, okay, and in the multiple expressions that we have during our whole lifetime. And in fact, every minute by the minute, depending on what comes our way. During the 1970s, a psychologist, Paul Ekman, identified 6 basic emotions that he suggested was in fact something that will be described in these emotions. Okay, so what are they? Can you guess it? Okay, he actually suggested it's very universal, no matter what culture you belong to or which part of the world you come from. Emotions he identified as were happiness, sadness, disgust, fear, surprise, and anger. Of course, there are subsets as well, and he later expanded his list of basic emotions to include such things as pride, shame, embarrassment, and excitement. Okay, so all these are part and parcel of the expression of our feelings. Okay, so to learn the language of our body, we need to know what emotions are and what they are communicating. So to put it simply, okay, emotions, what are emotions? Emotions are something that you can, the moment you understand this concept, you can be your own best advocate and claim your gift of wellness. Okay, all of us want wellness, isn't it? So understand what emotion is all about. Emotions are information carrying molecules. Okay, just process in your head. Why are they called information carrying molecules? Okay. It is something that actually binds and reacts with our receptor cells. Okay, they go into the cell, impacting the function and the behavior. And in other words, emotions in their smallest and most basic form are chemical molecules. Okay, so what happens is that when the receptors are molecules that function as sensors and scanners, very much like our eyes and our ears and even our nose, these receptors gather in a cluster at the surface of a cell, waiting for a chemical to attach a message. So this information is received inside the cell, impacting your energy level, your behavior, and your mood. So it's really fascinating to discover how emotions affect our health. Okay, so get this concept right. Emotions are information carrying molecules that will help us be able to manage our behavior. So you know that throughout our body, emotions are being processed. Because emotions are chemicals, they are not limited to the mind. Okay, emotions they flow and are processed throughout the body. And science reveal that they are complex and they are neural processing functions in the mind, heart, and gut. These are the three brains which are neural networks with independent memory and intelligence. This means that you can actually process your feelings in each of this brain. Okay, this is a concept which is very interesting. So the mind is like a conductor, all right, and directing the body to feel emotionally and behave physically. The heart discerns the message and that our brain receives, okay, and the gut responds accordingly, distributing health or illness to the rest of our body. Okay, so this is the concept that we know about the three brains that science has revealed to us. So what happens here is that the three brains, okay, in Dr. Caroline Lee, actually explains that the three brains communicate with each other, okay? The mind, which is in our brain up here on the head, actually discerns the logic and the intellect. So the subconscious mind directs over 90% of our behavior. Our heart, which is also called our intuition, a lot of people say, my intuition tells me, it's where your heart, it comes from your heart. There are more neural pathways that run from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. Okay, so usually we decide things based on how we feel, not based on our brain. Okay, is that is a fact. And also, a lot of times you heard of the word gut feeling, right? Do you know that 90% of the brain serotonin involved in mood management is produced in the gut? Okay, so when you have a gut feeling, that feeling is often very, very connected to how your body intuitively tell you you should decide what to do according to your gut feeling. Okay, so when you tell people my gut feeling is this, no one can tell you, no, this is stupid, right? No one can dispute what your gut feeling is. It is definitely very real. Okay, so this is the reason why never actually give way to your logic when your gut feeling tells you otherwise. Okay.
Sorry,
Now,
Liz, your recording is paused.
Okay, thank you so much for a reminder. Okay, now talking about the three brains. Okay, so the three brains communicate with each other. They feedback to and therefore influence the mind, right? So what happens here is that how it connects all the way is in this scenario. Okay, it is very amazing that the power your body holds to choose wellness. Okay, your three brains instinctively process every life experiences. For example, if a mommy is holding a baby and the baby is crying and the dog is barking, all these are experiences that needs to be processed in all three ways. Okay, so you're just going to have to listen to what your body is feeling to react accordingly. So when you are processing these thoughts, for example, have you ever felt like the woman in this picture? I think many mummies, maybe sometimes, who are having a lot of life challenges thrown to them, especially when they have a newborn, and if they have a toddler that is very hard to manage, or they're jumping all over the place, they usually have more to deal with than someone who hasn't got so many of these challenges from little people. Yeah. So, okay. So this moment is immediately recorded in the subconscious mind. In this image, you can see how each brain sends its own message, okay? And the mind might think, I have to figure this out, okay? It's very responsible. The mind is very logical, after all. And then the heart says, I feel overwhelmed, right? Maybe I'm holding too much. And the gut reinforces, I'm so stuck. What to do? I don't know what to do now. Okay, so this is how the mind process, how the heart feels, and how your gut feel very stuck. Now, the next thing is what happens is a biochemical reaction takes place. One might feel conflicted, confused, even, notice an unsettled stomach. These negative reactions are the consequence of conflicting messages which disrupt the internal balance, and this results in disconnection. And disconnection is also, another word is dis-ease, okay? Dis-ease, not at ease with oneself. So what happens here is that when we think and feel something simultaneously, a new belief is created. In this example, it shows how now she concludes, I'm not good enough. We are always reinforcing old beliefs or planting new ones. Nurturing a belief, produces fruit. Are you cultivating a seed, or are you cultivating a weed? A seed will grow into very good plant that yield fruits, and that you can enjoy the fruits of your success. Or a weed can cause a lot of illness and displeasure and a lot of emotional trouble. Which one do you choose? Okay, the choice is really up to you, and you must understand that you have the power to control. Okay, now why are essential oils so important in the process of having this emotional support? Now, essential oils, okay, as you can see, such as oils like balance, it has the king of oils, frankincense, okay, which is from a very powerful and strong tree that grows in acrid lands, in dry areas like the desert, and they have very deep roots, okay? Once you have very deep roots, the tree is going to be very strong because it needs to draw water from the ground very deep down, and they can survive. Okay, so when you have essential oils of very deep roots, such as frankincense, and in a blend like balance, this is a mood blend, and it is very calming, it's very grounding, and it is so supportive for the central nervous system. It consists of oils, aside from frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and spruce. All these very good oils that are, two of them of floral nature, are so soothing and so anti-inflammatory, okay? And on top of that, you also have whole wood, spruce as the other trees that supports that grounding effect, okay? What you're getting from this is a very powerful cleanser and magnifier that opens the mind's eyes, okay? When you apply it on the forehead, for example, you're using a frankincense, you apply a drop on the forehead, okay, here or here, okay, where your pituitary gland is, and you are able to help yourself be more clear and cleanse all the negative thoughts as well. And it connects with your soul when you also apply on your heart, okay, with its authenticity, okay. And it when you when you also apply on the soles of the feet, it grounds you. So this is a very good blend that I highly suggest that if you're not getting it, you're not using it on a daily basis, do it. Try it out and tell me how you feel. Because this is a bottle of oil I put next to my bedside. The moment I wake up, before my feet steps on the ground, it's going to be a drop of balance on the soles of my feet, and I just massage the oils onto the feet and also the toes and the big toe especially, okay, for my brain. And also before I sleep as well. This is an oil I use at least 2 times a day. And during the daytime, if you need some grounding and emotional support, you can also use that as well. Now, let me just let you know that emotions and essential oils interact chemically. Both are chemicals, right? I already told you emotions are chemical molecules. In chemical molecules that can be actually affected by another chemical from the plants that's from the essential oils. So you now know you have two very powerful elements here that can help your body to control what is in your thoughts, from your brain to your heart and to your gut, all the 3 brains. Okay. Now, let's talk about wild orange. Okay, what is it about wild orange that I'm so excited about? Wild orange is also very powerful as an emotional support. Okay, it actually helps to support cell receptors by making it cleaning up all the kind of things that is cluttering the cell so that it will be able to absorb the oils fully. And of course, as I always teach a class where I told you about citrus oils, right? Citrus oils are powerful cleanser and purifier because they can digest fats, and usually it's those fats, stuff and cholesterol things that surround your cells that will clutter it and all that. So if you can actually support your cell receptors with better absorbency, then this is an oil that you may want to consider using to promote also healthy cells because it is very high in antioxidants and maintains cells' natural state. Okay, so and wild orange can be used in this way. Take a moment, take out your wild orange if you have it, okay? Now, I always have wild orange with me on my table, and I always want to actually uplift my mood by just smelling. And wild orange, emotion that is tied to wild orange is actually the oil of abundance. For anybody who always want to have a lot of abundance in their life in terms of their love, in terms of the money, in terms of wealth, of course, wealth in different expressions of kinds, you're going to want to use wild orange in many, many things, okay? So have you smelled that citrus oils? Are you feeling more stimulated and your energy heightened? Okay, this is what wild orange will do for you. And you can also put it in your diffuser as well. Okay, so when we talk about citrus oils like wild orange or even lemon or grapefruit and tangerine, they are oils that help with purification, detoxification, and anchor that healthy biochemistry, right? Now, let's move on. Now, next, do you know that it is important that our body receive oils of the finest quality, something that has been tested, that is proven to be free of all kinds of ingredients that is not going to be good for us? Because when you have CPPG, Certified Pure Tested Grade Essential Oils, it means that it's totally 100% pure. It doesn't have any kind of chemical fillers. That is not part of the plant chemistry. It doesn't have the heavy metals or any kind of any type of substances or toxins that will cause the person from not receiving the full impact of the oils. Okay, so this particular plant oil. If you look at peppermint, and when you examine it closer under a microscope, you can see a lot of oil sacs all over these leaves. So these are the oil sacs, and when you crush the leaves, it gives you that essential oils that we all know about. It is the aroma that actually excites us and help us with greater energy. Okay, so the oil of peppermint is something that can help to boost your energy. Plus, it is a driver of all essential oils. Whatever oils you apply on your skin or place it in a diffuser or use it as a blend, you know that when you have peppermint, it actually lift up the entire blend to another level. So usually when I make a blend, I often like to have a minty oil in the blend as well to boost that level. Okay, so next, I'm going to share with you, peppermint is something that can help you rid your mental fog and support healthier mental wellness and focus as well. So if you feel that you are not, in your best of frame of mind when you're working, you should consider diffusing peppermint or just use a drop of peppermint on the palm of your hands. And usually what I'll teach you to do is do a natural inhaler and inhale deeply into your through your nose, and also using your shisha method to suck it up, right? So this is something that is highly recommended when you are using the oils of peppermint. Okay, now do you know that there are 3 ways to use essential oils to affect your emotions? The first one is definitely aromatic. Smelling is the fastest way to affect your mood. Okay, aromatic compounds have direct access to our emotional control center, which is called the limbic region, okay, of our brain, or emotional seat of our brain. And this affects us immediately in that arena the moment you smell. So anytime you want to use an oil and you feel like you have no clue how to use it, all essential oils can be used aromatically. Okay, just remember that. Or because essential oils are known for its aromatic compounds that is found in the plants. Now, another way that can help with supporting our physical body emotionally is, in fact, topical application. Apply usually on the bottoms of the feet if you have rather sensitive skin, because the feet is usually the thickest part of our skin in our body. So it hardly gives you any kind of sensitivity challenges. But if you are a child, or you're applying on a child or somebody who is known to have very sensitive skin, and you know yourself better, so dilute it with a base oil like a fractionated coconut oil and massage it. Localize it at the area. If it is a shoulder ache or pain, then apply it where the affected area is. Okay, but whenever you apply oils on the soles of the feet, it hits to the entire body within minutes. The blood will circulate and bring all these oils to it. And you can also apply it over your heart area and inside of wrists or fleshy pockets behind your ears. Okay, so whenever people ask, how do I use it? Okay, apart from smelling it, to apply where? Apply on the bottoms of the feet. If you don't know. Then next is your heart. Okay, when you apply on your heart, don't forget to put it behind your ears, behind your neck, and also just rub it on your chest if, let's say, you want to support a healthier respiratory system. And another place, when you put it at the back of your neck and across the forehead or on the bottoms of the feet, the essential oils actually can pass through the blood-brain barrier. And this is a fact, it's undisputed fact, okay? So please remember that essential oils are one of those things that a lot of doctors actually struggle with drugs to get into the brain, because most of the drugs are very much bigger in molecular size, but essential oils are so small, they can penetrate. And of course, if you feel like you have some gut issues, or if you just want to warm your abdominal area, apply over the stomach area or bottoms of your feet. Okay, these are the three parts. So every time when people say, where shall I apply? Either apply on all these areas I mentioned or on the affected area that you have an issue with. Get it? Okay. Now, next. The third one of using essential oils is internal, but you cannot use essential oils that you buy from places like in the shops, in shops that sell $2 a bottle, okay? Because mostly it's not something that is labeled for dietary use. Now, I have friends who bought a bottle of essential oil from a company that like for 10 mil, $80 over, but at the same time, it does state that you cannot take it internally, okay? So that is a fact. When the seller do not have the confidence that these oils are completely pure, 100% meat, that it doesn't have all kinds of fillers or adulteration and heavy metals and all that, the safest way is to tell you cannot eat, okay? You cannot take it internally. But in doTERRA, many of our essential oils are labeled for dietary use, and it can be taken under the tongue. And for many of the oils, when it's taken under the tongue, you must be careful that it's not those hot oils that you're putting under the tongue. There's always a label that tells you whether this can be taken neat, or you have to dilute it, okay? Or you have to absolutely dilute it, even if you're not having thick skin, whatever. So what it is that if it is a hot oil, you can always use a gel cap to place it inside a veggie cap and swallow, and it goes directly into your gut for your overall health, okay? Putting it in a cup of water is actually something I do on a daily basis. I drink at least 8 to 12 drops of citrus essential oils on a daily basis for gentle detoxification. And of course, this is the gel cap that I mentioned that you can put oils inside. Now, especially oils that is hot, such as cassia or oregano or cinnamon or things that is very spicy, don't put directly in your mouth because it will cause a lot of sensitivity and you're gonna numb your mouth for the next few minutes. Okay, now let's talk about cellular support for the three brains. Now, what is it that we want to understand about cellular support for the three brains? Do you know that doTERRA has these powerful supplements that can offer us daily support with all the whole plant extracts, whole food plant extracts with minerals, micronutrients, and heavy healthy fats that will enable us to absorb these essential oils and nutrients on a cellular level. So I personally has been on this supplement set for at least over coming to 9 years or even more than 9 years, okay? And you know that when you are feeding your body right, your body hardly breaks down, your body hardly gets sick, and you always be able to get the energy, the vitality, and the clarity that stays with you year after year after year, no matter how old you are, okay? Because these are what our body thrives on. And if you are not feeding your body right and you think that you can get all your nutrition from the daily food intake, boy, you're so wrong, so wrong. So for doTERRA Wellness Advocates, you know, you have the ability to get these 3 sets of powerful nutrient support at a fraction of the price of what outside will sell you, okay? Now, Another thing is that gut cleansing restores clear thinking and improve mood. So I will also encourage many of my friends and family members to undergo a cleanse and restore of their gut so that they can help to get a better mood management. Okay. Usually, if you're in a very foul mood all the time, that means your gut is kind of dirty. It has a lot of toxic substances that's causing your brain to feel fogged up. So please remember, if you want a clear mind and a healthy gut, if you want a clear mind, you need to have a healthy gut. Okay. So this is something that I will encourage you at least 2 times or 3 times a year. Go for a 30 days cleanse and restore, right? Now, why use essential oils to manage mood? Simply 3 reasons. It's natural, it is safe. Okay. I cannot think of other things better than essential oils to use to manage mood. I don't believe in using medications to manage mood because a lot of medications do contain heavy metals like mercury and aluminum. All these are things that you need essential oils to clear it out. Why do you want to use medication and then have to add on more toxic load to your body? That's something I cannot understand, right? Essential oils are completely natural. Okay, whatever is natural, of course, we cannot lay drug claims. Thereby, we cannot say this will heal, this will treat, this will be able to get rid of things of a disease. Okay, but you have to be more mindful and more intelligent than what the doctors want you to believe. Okay, so sometimes I can tell you, the more open the doctors are in accepting essential oils is part and parcel of not just mood management, but it helps with physical as well. Those other doctors are able to see beyond what the medical schools are putting them to believe only drugs can help things. Okay. Now, anyways, I'm just going to go through briefly on about this concept of the of the emotional wheel that you see here to help with different kind of emotional the 6 emotional oils doTERRA has and produced. Okay, so where do you begin, or where do we begin when we look at this? When you look at the entire chart, you will see that the emotions are being mentioned in all of these areas. Okay, from discouraged, okay, to distress, to being sober and disinterested, etc. As you look at these mood wheels, you will be able to find out what oils should I use more, okay, to help me get out of this mood, this mood that I'm trying to be positively influencing. Okay, so when you are down and out and you're not feeling good, you know that citrus oils is going to bring you uplift your mood. Okay, so citrus oils of lemon, wild orange, grapefruit, etc. is and even bergamot is going to be helpful. And doTERRA has an essential oil blend that actually comprises of a lot of citrus oils inside, which I'm going to mention later. So just use the mood wheel to help you understand how you can actually overcome that. Now, the wheel breaks down the emotional effect of essential oils even further, okay, by showing you the chemical makeup. Let me just show you this emotional aromatherapy wheel, okay? This wheel breaks down the emotional effects of the essential oils, and the unique plant part of each essential oil gives its grounding, soothing, calming, renewing, and harmonizing, energizing, warming, or uplifting properties. So when you want to produce a specific feeling or emotions, you can choose the essential oil that best fits your needs. Okay, by just looking at this chart, you'll be able to help yourself determine which is the oil that will serve me best. Now, when we look at this chart, it further breaks down even further, even more. The chemical makeup, okay, because of its oils, okay, sorry. So you can see that all these oils, they are meant for aromatic and topical usage as well. And most of these oils can be used either mostly neat, if not diluted with fractionated coconut oil. Now, because the oils of each of these oils are very, very, very potent, so I highly encourage you to use it with a carrier oil. Okay, so let me just move on to this a set of emotional aromatherapy system that doTERRA has that's very helpful for us, because by just having a set of these 6 oils, you are able to influence your mood according to what it says. Okay, it's created specifically to design and target specific emotions. So each essential oil blend in the emotional aromatherapy system use specific plant extracts and chemical components to help promote the feelings of motivation, happiness, peace, comfort, and more. Okay, let's see a little bit more on this. Now, when we look at the oils of motivation, what do you have you ever used or smell the encouraging blend called Motivate? Have y'all used it? Okay, if you have used it, I'd like you to actually type it in the chat group and tell me how you feel about Motivate. Okay, when do you use Motivate? When you're feeling cynical, when you're feeling doubtful or frustrated. Okay, this is a very good oil to help bring out the freshness and invigorate you, to dispel the negative feelings. Okay, and give you the motivation you need to press forward. Okay, so yes, I see Aichin says she applies it on her wrist. And after applying on the wrist, how do you feel? Okay, I'm just gonna post all the messages out here that Aichin and Lorraine mentioned. And Ivy says it helps her to push through negative emotions. Yes, this is how powerful Motivate is. It's one of my favorite essential emotional aromatherapy blend, especially when I want to set my day right. Okay, so what is inside? These are the essential oils that is inside Motivate: the peppermint, the clementine, coriander, basil, and melissa. These key ingredients inside Motivate is really very good to give you that confidence that you need, the courage that helps you believe that you can do it, and give you, a lot of feelings to dispel the doubts that you cannot do it. Okay, you really want a lot of Motivate in the beginning of the day. Okay, this is where I always apply or drop it in my diffuser most of the time when I am wanting to get my energy, my intentions up for that day. So this is a fantastic and encouraging blend. Then the next blend I'd like to share with you is actually Cheer. Is it called an inspiring blend? Now, Cheer, when heavy emotions are weighing you down, when you are not feeling really happy about things, you can help yourself to brighten your day with this spicy citrus scent that is known to promote positivity and optimism. And this is a perfect blend for a dark and dreary day as well, because when you feel like it's dark and gloomy, you need a lot of sunshine to come into your body, right? So you will get that kind of sunshine in a bottle, like having wild orange, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon. Okay, these are very warming oils that will help uplift your mood, brighten and invigorate your mood, and also give you the boost of optimism and cheerfulness. Okay, that's cheer inspiring blend. Now, let's move on to the next one. Now, do you know that of all the 6 essential oil blends, Forgive has been studied to be the most powerful essential oil blend to help with a group of soldiers in a clinical study who came back from all the war, PTSD soldiers, the post-traumatic, all these people that have suffered a lot of trauma during the wartime, and they ran through all the emotional aromatherapy oils that doTERRA has, and they found that Forgive has the most powerful effects on them. So when you use it, when you're feeling guilt, the feelings of guilt are actually eating into you, or when you feel betrayed, there's a lot of negativity or anger consume you, it can be hard to find happiness and peace in your everyday life. Okay, so if feelings like this seem to be taking over your life, the Forgive will help you renew yourself again and balance your emotions, providing that renewal and relief that you so need. Okay, now this is a very good oil because in everything that we do, when we feel guilt, when we feel anger, when we feel like a lot of disappointments from us, from ourselves and from people around us, you have to first apply and forgive yourself. Yeah. The key is that the key ingredients inside these oils consist of bergamot, juniper berry, myrrh, arbor vitae, and thyme. Okay, these powerful essential oils have a reason to be there. Bergamot is really a very good citrus oil that is at the same time not only uplifting, it gives a very beautiful scent to the blend, but it helps with helping people who are struggling with sadness a lot. Okay, and then juniper berry, myrrh, arbor vitae, and thyme. They are like a group of tree and herb oils to encourage feelings of peace, forgiveness, and when you're consumed by all the negativity in life, this is something that you need to have it with you all the time if you're feeling that way. Okay, remember, forgive. So before you feel angry with people or yourself, please bring out your oil, apply it on your heart, okay? Apply it on the areas that I mentioned earlier, all over your body if you need to. Inhale it deeply or diffuse it, okay? This is the way to use it. Now, peace. Next comes peace. As the name suggests, when we say peace, it helps so much when someone is in someone is in fear of something. They are very anxious, they seem so distressed, and it can be all consuming, right? So this reassuring blend is designed to counteract negative feelings of discontent and also worry. So for those days when you need reassurance and stability, doTERRA Peace will help you soothe the negative emotions. Very much like Forgive, but peace will be something I would use if I want to actually do some meditation. Okay, if I'm actually in the mood of meditation, I want to get myself in harmony. I want to actually apply peace on the soles of my feet. And I want to apply it on my heart. I want to be able to inhale it behind my ears, on my back of my neck, so my brains will be all wired up to be grounded. So ylang ylang, lavender, vetiver, marjoram, clary sage, and spearmint are found in these oils. Can anyone tell me if you have used peace for your sleep as well? Because I look at these oils and I know that all these oils are so good for sleep. Okay, so if anyone who says that I cannot sleep very well and I cannot fall asleep very fast, perhaps you can suggest peace, because lavender will induce sleep. ylang ylang marjoram will actually slow down your heart rate. And clary sage has so much linalool and linalool acetate like lavender to help you go to sleep faster as well. And vetiver is so grounding, it gives you a deep, deep, restful sleep. And spearmint gives you that essential, magnifies the entire blend, okay, to amplify its properties. So when you're feeling worried, fearful, unsettled, this blend is something you need to go for. All right. And of course, I told you, go when you do meditation or when you want to calm a child who has a lot of attention seeking behaviors, where they cannot sit still and want to run about doing all kinds of things, running with activities. Peace will be a good choice too. Now, next we go for passion. Now, what's in passion? Do you know that of all the 6 essential oils, passion is the most expensive one? Okay, because you look at the ingredients, yeah, it is the one that is it has fractionated coconut oil, first of all, because the ingredients inside are so very expensive. There's cardamom, cinnamon, clove, jasmine, and then sandalwood and vanilla. Okay, this is actually, there is also another oil which is not mentioned here, which is the Damiana. Okay, Damiana, it's a very, very good oil to help stir up that fire in the passion that you feel. So it promotes and rejuvenate and inspiring feelings while helping others to helping people to dispel the boredom or lack of purpose. Now, I've actually mentioned this before. There's a group of profession that I often see that they need passion. Do you know which are the group of profession that I'm referring to?
Teachers.
Yes, that's right. Who's that? Who says that?
Li Ju.
Li Ju, yes, you have been in my other classes. Thank you for being a good student. Teachers, you know, the teachers, usually when I do have a scanner called iTobi. Okay, I have a scanner called iTobi. And sometimes when I measure, I help the teachers to scan. Most of the time, they'll show up passion. The longer they are in the profession of teaching, the more often passion shows up. So it shows that they need to actually need to be inspired more when they are teaching the kids or their students, because over time, when you have been a teacher year after year, your passion of inspiring your students dipped as you age or as the ages go, you know. So it's good to actually use a passion to kind of help you bring up to the level of your purpose of being a teacher. Now, I also have given passion to a friend who was at the wedding, okay, at the wedding. So during wedding, there's a few oils that I highly suggest you can give as gifts, right? So one of them is passion. Another one is aroma touch, okay? And of course, you can also give the entire self. Aroma is the emotional oils that I'm teaching you about. But passion has been given to one of my friends during his wedding. And he told me this. He said that, Liz, you know, after using passion, one fine Sunday when I'm just sitting down watching a movie, my wife was actually moving around doing housework, and he sniffed the passion. At first, she didn't quite like the scent, and he said, what kind of smelly stuff are you applying on yourself? But in less than 5-10 minutes, she started coming closer to him and snuggle up to him, that he said, never happened before. Never happened before that the wife will voluntarily snuggle up to him, be so close to him, watching movie together. So he said that because of what happened, I got a few more bottles for my honeymoon. Okay, so this is something you can consider when you want to give a gift for your friends who's getting married. Yeah, or need to spice up your romance in your bedroom. Okay, so Patrick. Now next, console. Console comforting blend. Now, console comforting blend is made up of these ingredients like the frankincense, right? Wow, frankincense, imagine this is a very good oil too, right? With the king of oils. There's also patchouli. There's also ylang ylang, sandalwood, and rose. Wow, rose, sandalwood, frankincense. I think this is damn expensive, a kind of blend that we look here. Now, it's a very renewing, comforting scent that will help perpetuate hope and dispel feelings of sadness, disappointment, or grief. Now, let me just share with you a couple of things that happened. One time, when I was visiting my aunt who actually broke his had suffered fractures, you know, and she was nursing her the fractured bone at home, not in her own home, in her son's home. She's a very independent lady, okay, and even in her late 70s and early 80s, she still treasures her independence very much, and to be staying with her son is something that she felt very uneasy about. So, but there's no choice. She was not capable of looking after herself independently because of her fall and have to nurse her leg back, right? And so she had to be homebound in her son's home. And of course, when I visited her at my cousin's place, we kind of like I did an ITOV for her, and I saw that she needed console. I was like, oh, console. Probably I have the oils is going to help her console, to comfort her because she's not in her own house, her own pet. So she felt maybe she need to feel that. But do you know what happened? A couple of weeks later, I realized that she told me, do you know, I applied console after you left, and it helped me with my skin issues. I said, huh, you got skin issue, you never told me. He said, yeah, I have very itchy skin on, I think, a part of my body I didn't tell you. But when you gave me that console, I just kind of apply it. Since it's an oil, I just apply it and it stops my itch. So you look at it, console helps not just emotionally, but physically, isn't it? Yeah, so this is something that I can tell you, it's so powerful. And if you're still not like able to accept that essential oils are something God has given to us to help us to go through life, you're missing a big part in having Mother Nature's at your fingertips. Okay, so the entire collection of essential oils can also be in a touch form, or touch form like this that is pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so that you can apply topically without having to dilute it again. All right, so this is what I feel everyone should actually have whenever you need to settle something emotionally. Okay, so let me just also share with you. In recent years, doTERRA has come up with an adaptive blend, and it is something that you can take internally and also be able to. Internally is when you take the dietary supplement, which is different from the oil itself, okay? Very different. The oil itself cannot eat, okay? But the supplements, the Calming Blend capsules can. And if you're somebody that is struggling with stress and anxiety, it's something that you can consider taking because it can help you with mental wellness. So for the oils itself, when it is used neat, you can actually use it in a diffuser, okay? Diffuse it throughout the day. And if you have this in a roller bottle, you can apply topically on the hands, on the base of the neck, and all the places I just mentioned to you, okay? So these are really very, very supportive oils for that. And in fact, with the soft gels, it can help with systemic pathway that helps with neurological and biochemical connections to your brain and to your entire body. And of course, with the smell of the essential oils of adaptive, you can help with the behavior, the thought and emotion as it goes through the limbic system. So one is long lasting in the capsule form, and the other one is fast acting that you get immediate response. Okay. Now, of course, habits are so important, right? For a healthy mood lifestyle, this is what I would like you to consider. You know, healthy mind, heart, and gut needs you to work in 3 ways. In order to have a healthy mind, you have to work on positive and healthy thought patterns, okay? Choose to believe good about yourself and others, and nourish your brain with good fats and minerals, okay? This is what you can do for your brain. Do you tick all 3? Or do you lack of a tick in any of these boxes? If you're lack of a tick in the box, I would like you to consider seeing which one is missing and make sure you fill it, okay? As for the healthy heart, you will need to be able to trust your intuition and your higher power. And do you feel freely to give and to receive love? Question for you to answer. And do you often feel peaceful inside? Do you rest well, or do you always sleep with a lot of thoughts and confusion in your brain? What is it? Okay, if you're not taking all these, then start with using essential oils to support you with that. And healthy gut. Question is, do you digest and process food well? That's number 1. Do you nourish your digestive system with good nutrition and enzymes? Okay, number 2. And number 3, question is your body healthy and does it feel good? Okay, so all these questions will determine whether you are all in sync, all in oneness, and all in ability to help yourself be able to move to a space where God intends you to be. Okay. Now, when you are able to work on all these emotions, you are able to get more support. So, for example, a healthy mind. When you want to feel confident, you need confidence. Do you know that the most attractive attractive attribute of a person is the confidence? You know, I tend to be drawn and attracted to people who are very confident, who exude confidence. Okay, if you want to be that self that looks and feels confident, you need to have supporting oils like if your lack of that department, then supporting oils like bergamot, cassia, Douglas fir, eucalyptus, geranium, marjoram, peace, and Siberian fir will help you. Okay, so this is the oils that I want to just help you understand. These oils can help you feel more confident and more secure. Now, next, for a healthy heart and a balanced emotion, okay, is very important. So what are the supporting oils that will help you be very supportive of your emotions? Immortelle Anti-Aging Blend, Comforting Blend, which is Console, Helichrysum, Lavender, Anchor, and Steadying Blend. Okay, Steadying Blend is something that you can use in the child's version, the Steady Blend as well. Okay, so this will help you be able to anchor your feelings and be able to be grounded. You need to be able to have that cool, calm, collected feeling in you in order to deal with all kinds of challenges in your life. So make sure you have a healthy heart and make sure some of these oils that I mentioned to you, you have it on your hands in your disposal to use whenever you feel a bit shaken. Okay. Now, for healthy mood, lifestyle, healthy gut, I cannot recommend any other thing other than what I am already seen results. Okay. Is the lifelong vitality and the whole cleansing, kit that consists of also Terrazyme, which is a digestive enzyme, the probiotics, the Terrazymes, the Xendocrines, the G-Axis, and lemon, and of course, DVR Prime will be an added boost. And of course, for children, A to Z, chewable capsules, which is a vitamin and mineral for children, and of course, IQ Mega. Children also need to settle themselves emotionally. If not, they will be labeled ADD, ADHD. Okay, so is it important to feed your child with the right fats, good fats? Absolutely, absolutely, and also probiotics as well. Now, I just want to share with you that there is this essential oil emotions.org that you can download as references to know what emotions, what oils relate to what emotions and how you can help. Okay, in case you have some queries as to what oils is very helpful for certain emotions, then this link is going to give you very good reference. Now, another thing that you need to take note is that doTERRA has very good educational tool in our doTERRA.com, the website. All you need to do is just go look for it under emotional aromatherapy, okay? And you're gonna get the ebooks that you can really, really dive deep down into the entire world of essential oils that is very supportive of various emotions. Now, so what do I need to weed out? You need to take out all the negative thoughts. You need to remove all the negative people in your life, relationships that do not serve you, and substances that you're so addicted to that is killing you or giving you a shorter lifespan, such as smoking. Okay. And then the other thing is, what do I want to plant? Can you please plant some good beliefs and cultivate relationships that's going to give you that heart connection, that's going to help you with a lot of things in life that you can actually find in like minds and like intentions, people whom you can connect with. And of course, make sure you feed yourself right as well. And how will I nourish the seed? With your habits, with your practices and your patterns. And always tell yourself, you are enough. You are enough. And you are whole. God made you just the way you are, and you are good enough because you are a creation of God and you are a child of God. So He will not create you any other way but in the image of His likeness. So I would just have to tell you that it's very important for you to know that there's a lot of things that will cause you a lot of tension in life, and there's a lot of things that will cause you upset, but don't let this get you down because, you know, you feel a bucket drop by drop. You clear your mind, thought by thought, and you heal yourself moment by moment. Don't be too anxious when things you see don't come to you right away. There's always a time for everything, okay? So my time is up. I just want to thank you for being here with me tonight. And I'm just gonna stop the stream right now on Facebook, and I'm gonna just talk to the rest in Zoom.